and Toad, the guy with the turd on his head, actually are both, by random chance, because, you know, that's how every Mario Kart game starts. So by random chance, they are both in this game. And it looks as if the computer decided to give Donkey Kong the piece of shit a actually really poor AI, but Toad, the guy with the turd on his head, really, really good AI. So we're gonna have to see how this goes. It looks as if Donkey Kong the piece of shit is actually in 4th. So, you know, maybe he isn't as bad as I anticipated, but his AI clearly is not up to snuff how he was before. That doesn't mean that Donkey Kong the piece of shit still won't ruin things for me, because as we all know, Donkey Kong is a piece of shit, so he will ruin my life every time. Good thing I don't have high blood pressure issues, because I would have a heart attack right now.
You do now.
Good thing 3 people are recording this.
Yes. This can be well documented.
It's so important.
So right now I'm in 3rd place, but it looks like Toad, the guy with the turd on his head, and Bowser, we don't have a special name for Bowser because he hasn't caused any problems yet. But Bowser are fighting it out, and now because I am raging pretty hard, I'm pretty salty at Donkey Kong the piece of shit. And this is probably my umpteenth time trying to win in the Flower Cup now. We're gonna take a minute to just breathe for a second, because as per usual in the first race, I am in 1st, and I will probably stay that way the entire time if trends have to do with anything. So we're just gonna take a minute now to take a word from our sponsors. This message is brought to you by the Baron's Bathhouse, located at a place. It's near the mall. It's near like the mall highway. I don't know. It's run by Dogs in Suits and Skip 2010. If you want a bathhouse and stuff, you know, go there. So we're now halfway through the 3rd lap of the 1st race of the Flower Cup. So it appears as if Bowser, he doesn't have a name yet because he hasn't really done anything mean just yet. We'll have to see. Probably by the time goes on, Bowser will have a nickname, I'm sure. But yeah, he's in 2nd place, followed by Toad, the guy with a turd on his head. And Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, thankfully is in 7th place. So he appears to have no threat. And as per usual, I win the 1st race. The standings for the 1st race. Oh, hi VK. VK, you've come at a very good time. I think.
Give a synopsis of Donkey Kong's piece of shit tactics in that race, please.
Oh, well, in that race, actually, Donkey Kong wasn't much of a piece of shit, actually. I had a pretty leisurely time. Donkey Kong didn't try to anything. Here's the full standings if you want to know how I stack up right now.
Please,
we have myself, Yoshi at 1st place, Bowser at 2nd place, Toad, the guy with the turd on his head, at 3, Roy at 4, Iggy at 5, followed by Donkey Kong the piece of shit, who's at 6, Waluigi at 7, Lakitu at 8, Baby Rosalina, that bitch, at 9. I have some beef with Baby Rosalina from the past. So Baby Rosalina, that bitch, at 9, Baby Peach at 10, and then Peach at 11, and Luigi at 12. Luigi is such a scrap, he only got 1 point, but that's okay, because he'll never be as cool as his brother Mario. Let's go to the 2nd race. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering how I'm thinking up all these things on the spot, no, I just am. So, you know, maybe I'm a really good improv artist, maybe I'm really mad and I have a lot of adrenaline running through me, maybe both. But here we are at the 2nd race of the Flower Cup. This is Toad Harbor. If 9 times out of 10, I actually am in 1st the majority of the race, and then by the 3rd race, I end up shitting the bed. I don't shit the bed. Actually, Donkey Kong the piece of shit just makes my life a living hell. So there's that. But as per usual, going in the first turn of the race, I am in 1st place. So nothing is different there. Going now into this weird twisty thing that I can't describe. I'm still in 1st place. I decided not to drift that round, and that actually let Toad, the guy with a turd on his head, come in front of me. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Normally the 1st lap doesn't really indicate much about this race, you know. It really just the top couple of people are the winners in the race. So I'm gonna throw a banana and see if I can shake off Toad, the guy with a turd on his head. Fortunately, it doesn't.
Someone get rid of the music. It's getting annoying.
Yeah, but this needs to be isolated audio just by myself.
Close the door.
So Toad, the turd on his head, appears to have just stopped running his engine, and I was very able to pass Toad, the guy with a turd on his head. So going into the 2nd lap, I am in first place yet again. Donkey Kong the piece of shit actually is in 4th place right now, so we could be seeing a resurgence of Donkey Kong being a piece of shit. Oh, and right on cue, Donkey Kong was a piece of shit. I got hit by a green shell, but thankfully I am still in first place, as per usual, with the second lap. I'm always in first place at the second lap. We're getting around the last bend of the second lap here, so we're gonna have to be able to see here, who here will be fucking up my day today. So far we have Bowser, Toad, the guy with a turret on his head, and, Roy. So, here's the final little stretch of the second lap, and, it was like a pretty close race for Toad, Roy, Bowser, and Donkey Kong the piece of shit, which is definitely going to be interesting. We're going to have to see who's going to be fucking up my day today. It's a real fight sometimes, but 100% of the time, it's Donkey Kong the piece of shit. Because like I mentioned before, even if the game makes it seem or tells you that someone else threw an item at you and it hit you, it's never actually the person that they said, unless they said it's Donkey Kong the piece of shit. Because, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, Donkey Kong is a piece of shit. So, he'll be throwing items at you 24/7, 365. Going in the last little bit of this last lap here, I appear to be in a very comfortable first place. However, I shouldn't get my hopes up, because Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, appears to be pretty close behind me. It's actually a pretty close race, but Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, can't seem to quite match my speed, and I win the second race. So this is 2 times in a row now. It's quite an anomaly that I've been able to do this. Standings now going into this, we have myself, Yoshi, at 30, Toad, 30, that's 30 points, but in first place, Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, at second place, Bowser, who went down a spot to number 3, Roy at 4, who stayed there, Lakitu went up to 5, Waluigi went up to 5, and Donkey Kong the piece of shit, thankfully, went down to 7, Iggy went down to 8, Baby Peach, wait, sorry, not that bitch, that's the other person. Baby Peach went to 9, Luigi, the guy who can never be in who always forever lives in his brother's shadow, goes up to number 10, Baby Rosalina, that bitch, goes to number 10, is actually tied with Luigi, and, Peach, you try, she's at number 12. Now we're going to the, now the third race of this Flower Cup, and that's Twisted Mansion. So never before have I actually crossed Twisted Mansion with a win. So we're gonna have to see here if this commentating actually has an effect on me winning or not. It might actually, and you know what? If it does, I'll be doing this forever because, you know, hopefully. So the countdown goes on the third race, and Toad, that guy with the turret on his head, appears to pull ahead of me. But you know, as things always go, I always end up getting in first place, at least for the first couple laps. So now Roy, we're gonna give you a nickname soon, Roy. Roy uses a red shell and he hits me, but thankfully his cart has literally the worst speed I've ever seen, so I'm able to get past him with really, real ease. So looking at the standings right now, we have Toad the piece of shit, who's right behind... Sorry, not Toad the piece of shit. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guy. Toad with the turret on his head. I'm so sorry. If you want to know where Donkey Kong the piece of shit is, he is at number 6 right now. So that's pretty good for, you know, how Donkey Kong the piece of shit's been doing so far. Honestly, I think I'm quite disappointed in the performance of Donkey Kong the piece of shit, because he hasn't been up there in the standings, and he hasn't been able to really throw me off my game so much. Honestly, Donkey Kong the piece of shit may have lost his game. He might be losing his nickname, but who am I kidding? Donkey Kong the piece of shit will never lose his nickname. So Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, has a red shell, and he throws it promptly at me. Oh, but me with the very clutch sound horn actually throws that away. So that's a big middle finger to Toad, the guy with the turret on his head. This is about the last little bit here of this second lap here. I'm in first place, of course, and we have Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, and Bowser, sorry, not Bowser, pardon me, Roy, who is in third place. I have an okay lead on Toad, the guy with the turret on his head. We're gonna have to be seeing here. Honestly, this is pretty much of a cakewalk, I'm not gonna lie, but that might come back to bite me in the butt. We'll have to see here. Donkey Kong the piece of shit appears to be in the middle of the pack, and Baby Rosalina, that bitch, has just gotten a bullshit bill. So we're gonna see how much that throws her in the standings. We're about halfway done this second lap now. Or sorry, not second lap, pardon me, third lap. We can expect the bullshit to start happening any moment now. as per usual, and there's the first bullshit. It is a lightning. So lightning has hit me, and now I am a little baby. But thankfully, I was able to get a, how you say, red shell. And Toad the piece of shit has now pulled ahead of me going into the final area. And Toad the piece of shit has won. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even kidding. We're going again! Woo! I want to die. Whew. But that was fun. I got my hopes up there. Didn't quite make it, though. Alright, so going back to the flower cup, I'm going to take a small moment here to check up on Skype, see what's going on. Nothing much is going on. Not much is going on here. Alright, so we're going to the flower cup again. This is my probably like 30th time going as the yeah, this is gonna be Maniac Frost commentating Mario Kart for hours, but it's pretty entertaining, honestly, especially in the first little bit when Donkey Kong was a piece of shit. We'll have to see here though if Donkey Kong the piece of shit will make an appearance in my game here. As always, I do wish he does, and right on cue, Donkey Kong the piece of shit and Toad the guy with a turd on his head are in the race. So, of course, we'll have a good time. Alright, so starting up the first race here of this flower cup. Starting the first bullshit, because Donkey Kong is a piece of shit, my engine actually flares out when I start my engine, so that's fun. But, me being able to pass these guys is obviously no issue, and it looks as if my three just favorite competitors are actually going to be pretty good.
I really want to see what you like.
I would love to, but I mean, I don't have recording software, I don't have capture cards, my internet's not good enough for it. If I could, I would, but I can't. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as we see here, Donkey Kong the piece of shit and Toad the guy with a turd on his head were both given very strong AI this time, as they were holding up the first and second place position for a little more than half of the first lap. So that's good news. We'll be having a very entertaining round, and Donkey Kong the piece of shit has thrown a green shell at me, pushing me back to second place, and Donkey Kong now has a considerable lead on me, to be honest. But, you know, me with my superior cart than his, obviously will be able to, we'll be able to catch him. No problem. So, Donkey Kong the piece of shit does have a boom box, though he did use it for some reason. He could have easily have tried to, use that bullshit power on me and, hit me. But now I'm catching up to Donkey Kong the piece of shit, and I, throw a green shell, but, thankfully it misses. So, that's good news. One of the bananas that I actually threw earlier was able to catch Donkey Kong up. So, good news, guys. I was able to actually get Donkey Kong, and he's now in second place, but he's backed me by a considerable amount. Lightning Strike hits, so that's good news. So, it's my my favorite item to ever hit, because, you know, it's just so useful, because, you know, not only does it get rid of all your items, and not only does it make you stop, but it also turns you into a small motherfucker. God, I love the lightning, honestly. I'm not sure who made the lightning, who decided that the lightning was a good idea for the Mario Kart series, but whoever did, honestly, and surely deserves a raise. Going back into this race here, so we're in the last little bit of this third lap, and it appears this, sorry, not the last little bit, this is the second half, we're crossing the second half of the last lap, and I almost get hit by a green shell. Oh, scratch that, I did. So, and this is the last little lap. So not only is Toad the guy with the turd on his head past me, so did Donkey Kong the piece of shit, and just like I know you guys are wishing for, now I have to start again.
I'm just gonna watch the Rob stream now. I think he's still streaming.
So, just having a fun time, living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. So we're gonna start the, flower cup again. How are you guys enjoying the show today?
I am enjoying it immensely,
I love
must
it.
say.
Pretty wonderful.
Pretty wonderful? That sounds good.
You should do it
so,
more often.
I should. So we're gonna start the, we're gonna start, this, I don't even know what it's called anymore. I haven't been paying attention the 29 times I've seen I've done this race. I haven't been paying attention to what it's actually called, but that's okay. So Donkey Kong the piece of shit is in first place right now. That's good news. I'm starting to wonder if the game purposely is putting Donkey Kong and Toad in my games. They might be. Who knows? Donkey Kong's ahead of me now, so that's fun. He has some bananas, so you know whatever I try to do to make him stop pulling that bullshit, he'll be able to deflect it with ease. Toad the guy with a turn on his head also manages to come in front of me, so that's good news. You know, I wouldn't want to be like winning or anything, you know. Alright, so looks like Donkey Kong the piece of shit is now ahead of me. He appears to have a mushroom, but a blue shell comes and it hits Donkey Kong the piece of shit. Thankfully now I can pass Donkey Kong. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't been holding the first place position for the majority of the race. But we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen, now if I can hold this position for the remainder of the race. We're about halfway done. This is now the second lap. And I got hit by, guess what, guys? Take a guess.
Blue shell?
Blue shell?
No, not a blue shell.
Red shell?
No, not a shell. It's
A
not.
piece
It's
of shit?
No, not a piece of shit. That's not an item.
Lightning.
Lightning! Ding, 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 ding! You got it. It's my favorite item. I love
Nimjik
lightning
got
so much.
it.
Good job, Nimjik. So now we're going into the last turn of the final race, and I appear to have secured first place. So that's the first race done, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a false alarm. I was only on the second lap. Woo! You get a whole extra lap.
Woo.
Woo! I'm running out of things to say, guys, so you're pretty lucky that I've continued at this point. But, yeah. So it appears that Toad, the guy with the turn on his head, and Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, are both behind me in second and third place, respectively. An ink now gets fired at me, and this, honestly, you would think wouldn't have much of effect on me. But there are many bananas that are on the field, and I actually can't see them right now. But thankfully, I had a mushroom that was able to subside the effects, and I finished the first race in first place, as we've all come to expect from me. So now we're going to be moving on to the next race, with the second race of the Flower Cup, which is called Toad Harbor. Toad Harbor, traditionally, I've always been able to keep a first place position and then lose it to Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, in the last little bit of the third race. But recently, I have been able to hold this position, and the losing in the third lap was actually saved for the third race. So now we're going to see here if this tradition holds up, or if I will yet again be winning this race. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. Someone put a straw poll in the link, so we can see what people are thinking this race. What do you guys think? Am I going to be losing this second race, or will I be winning and making my way down to the third race? Or do you think that I will go all the way? Maybe I'm going to win the entire time, which would be a pretty stretch, considering not only have I not been to the fourth race yet, me winning it in my first try. That's a laugh. That's a laugh. So someone put a straw poll in the chat, and we'll be able to see what you guys think. Maybe my game will crash, and I'll just ride as won't anything. Nothing will happen. So Toad the piece of shit now is in first place, but I was able to very handily get past him yet again, as per usual. So, going into the second lap, I am in first place, of course. What have you come to expect from me, of course. So, is that stall poll in there yet? It's not in there yet. I'm waiting. Oh, Sonic is making it. Someone's making it.
I got it. Give me a sec.
Damn.
God dang it.
I was racing so fast to beat you to that.
I'm racing so fast too, but I keep losing, so, you know.
Boom.
Oh my
So we got the
god.
straw poll here. We're gonna pause my game real quick here so we can see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna vote on myself just to see. Frost will lose this race, I think. Just gonna have to wait for the results here. So far, it's a 100% Frost will lose this race, but only one vote. So if you guys can
I
hurry
believe
up
in
and
you.
vote. Hurry up and vote, guys. Oh, here we go.
I voted.
Someone voted Frost will win it all, so that's pretty good. But it's 50% saying that Frost will lose this race. We'll wait a little bit longer. We'll do one more refresh, and so it's a 60% saying that I will lose this race. So we'll have to see 60%
Refresh.
thing. Enhance. And just as I unpaused the game, I got hit by a lightning. It's as if to say, the gods want this to happen. But Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, is pretty far back from me, so that lightning didn't really do much. He also probably got hit by it, so, you know, there's that. But I have a very considerable lead against Toad, the piece of turret on his head. So looking at the standings here, Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, must have gotten raped or something because he just got completely fucked.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus, Frost.
He got completely fucked and is in 7th place now. So Toad, the guy with the turret on his head, appears to have lost his mojo.
I happen to have made a third one.
So now we have
Guys,
Iggy Azalea, who throws
I
a.
win with the straw ball race.
So I got Iggy Azalea, who appears to have thrown a red shell at me. So thanks, Iggy
You
Azalea.
Dar.
You, son. Get my
Okay,
level.
begin again.
When?
Game will crash. Win the next race. Shoot himself. Lose the race and shoot himself. Break the sound barrier. Kill Donkey Kong. Continue playing.
So I lost this race. So whoever voted
I
that
think-
one, good job.
That was
Okay.
yeah. Thanks, Frost. I have
I voted
zero
that too,
faith
so you
in
know.
you.
Oh, dang.
What will the fate of Frost be? Oh, I'm gonna say lose.
No.
Voted for two
Osaka,
things.
Osaka's is way better.
Wes,
I'm
This is
always
important
better
to me.
than Dar.
Begin again, game
I'm
will
always
crash,
better
win the
than
next
Dar.
race,
I'm
shit
always
himself.
better than
Osaka.
Dar.
I'm going
Hey
bitch.
Dar, fight me.
You have 2 votes for shit himself.
2 votes for play into the next year. And
I will
game
be
will
playing
crash.
into the new year if this trend keeps going, guys. So, you know. Sorry for anyone who's listening to this and doesn't want to listen to this. I won't be leaving, I'm sorry. So we're starting up the cup again. Fuck my life. It's a pretty game though, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Did I mention that before? It's
No.
great. It's great.
No.
If only I could win.
I forgot we were also recording.
So we have Iggy Azalea who... Yep, a
Yeah.
lot of people are recording.
Yeah, I made a new straw poll just for Dar.
So I pass Iggy Azalea and take sole possession of first place. Iggy Azalea is the
Osaka.
latest nickname that we've given to the character Iggy. Iggy is a Koopa
Oh,
kid
God.
and is the son of Bowser. Bowser, we don't have a nickname for Bowser just yet, but
I voted for fuck you,
we
Derek.
will soon.
So you voted for fries.
So going out of the second lap, we are winning first place, as per usual on this course, which name I still haven't learned. I'm not even joking, I haven't yet learned the name of this course. But I am ahead by a very considerable amount. Iggy, you suck, so... yeah. I'm probably gonna win this very handily. Unless Donkey Kong the piece of shit has anything to say about that. Let's find out if he does. Stay tuned for more news at 11. Alright, so we're, this is, the last turn of the second lap. Things are going well for me, but we'll have to see just how quickly that goes away. The ink is, staying on me, even though I got a speed boost, so the game decides that it wants to change how how the game is played, so thanks for that. But, here comes a blue shell! Thanks, Donkey Kong! And, Iggy Azalea has now passed me. So has Toad, the guy with the turd on his head, and just when you thought it was getting all good, nope, red shell. Oh, I'm in 5th. Good job. I love my life. This is great. Fuck me, right? I'm just a guy trying to play a game. Fuck him. I'm an asshole, I guess, because I'm trying to win. I'm the target of countless attacks. And, looks like I'm not gonna be winning, ladies and gentlemen, so we get to play again. I want to die. So we quit the game early because we understand that I have no chance of actually winning. So,
Oh, it's over.
So, but no, we didn't actually quit. We just. You know.
Osaka, I got one for you.
Oh, Kyoto Kid, you get wrecked. So we start up again. Maybe we'll change up our cart this time, but maybe not. I don't think the cart has anything to do with how we win here. So we're actually gonna learn the name of this race, this course right now. So that'll be a first.
Everyone voted for Street People are boring.
User in your channel is recording.
So it's called Mario Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. We finally learned the name of the elusive track that haunts my nightmares.
Hello, BK.
I just hear laughing.
Did you like
That's
the
all
straw
I
poll?
heard.
Swedish people are boring.
I
Everybody
think Osaka
agrees.
liked my straw poll.
We need to keep and show it to mob.
No one voted for anything else. It's just Swedish people.
Guys, you're making me feel guilty for putting that in there.
So adding into the mix now, we have Toadette, the girl with a turd on her head. So that's always fun. We gotta get some gender diversity in this race. That's always fun. But of course, in this race, unfortunately, in this race, we actually don't have Baby Rosalina, that bitch, which is really a shame because I really think that she adds something to this whole group. Oh, hi,
Holy
Brady.
chat, did you see one of my? Did you see the poll?
Hi, Brady.
Yeah,
You're welcome
Don't show anyone
to.
the poll. Don't show anyone the poll. It's enough, okay?
It's right there.
I
So,
didn't think anyone
Brayden,
would
if you're
vote
just
for this.
joining us,
I'm gonna give the link to mob.
Oh,
Brayden, if you're
God,
just joining
please
us,
don't.
this is me playing Mario Kart,
He's too
and
busy
I'm
being
commentating over myself playing, and as you might infer, due to the tone of my voice and the names that I've been giving people, if you've been listening recently, you'll know that I'm pretty mad, so it's pretty much a rage commentary. Some notable characters we have are Iggy, nicknamed Iggy Azalea, Toadette, the girl with the turd on her head,
User
Toad,
in
the
your
guy
channel
with the
stopped
turd on
recording.
his head, and Bowser, not Bowser, pardon me, Bowser did not have a nickname, it's Donkey Kong, the piece of shit. Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, we'll give you some background on Donkey Kong, the piece of shit. Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, is the cause of everything bad in my life. Donkey Kong, when you get hit by a item, despite what the game tells you, whether it tells you it was Mario, Bowser, or Lakitu, it was
I have, like,
actually
8 stars.
it was actually Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, who threw it, despite what anything tells you, especially it was Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, if the game tells you it was Donkey Kong, the piece of shit. So that's always fun. Some background history on how my tracks have been going. I've won first place almost every single time on Mario Circuit, which is the first race of the Flower Cup. Recently, it's been about a 50-50 between if I win or come second place in Toad Harbor, which is the second race, and a 100% lose ratio of me losing in Haunted Manor, which is the third race. We haven't been graced yet with the fourth race, and this is probably the 30th time now that I've tried to win. So starting off on the second race, my engine explodes pretty much, so I get a really bad start, and I'm in third place to start this off. We'll have to see here. It looks like we have Toadette, the girl with a turd on her head, who's in first place, and right behind me is Donkey Kong, the piece of shit. So, you know, with Donkey Kong the piece of shit doing well, we know we'll always have a fun time. Thankfully, I just got hit by a green shell, so thanks, Donkey Kong. Love you, bro. I'm now in fourth place. This is some unexplored territory for me, honestly. I don't normally get all the way back here. But, you know, with Toadette, the girl with a turd on her head, the mix has honestly been mixed around pretty well. I'm getting a message or something on my phone, so we'll have to see what's going on here. Yeah, it's just, that's fine. That was nothing I need to be concerned with. So, we're now crossing in the little last part of the first lap, finishing off here in fourth place, but I'm just passing Mario and Donkey Kong, the piece of shit. Toadette, the girl with a turd on her head, though, is, in first place. So we're gonna have to see if we can topple Toadette, the girl with the turd on her head's regime, because as we all know, she is a she works for the Taliban. She's actually a Nazi sympathizer, which is pretty bad. We're building some lore for these characters that we've created. Toadette, the girl with a turd on her head, is a Nazi sympathizer, as with her husband, Toad, the guy with a piece of shit on his head. They're both Nazi sympathizers, and they think that Hitler did nothing wrong. Thankfully now we have a blue shell coming Toadette's way, so hopefully that'll show her first sighting with Hitler. But thankfully I got hit by a mushroom. Sorry, not a mushroom. That would have been good if I got hit by a mushroom. Got hit by a banana, so now I am in second place. But I have a onslaught of green shells that I need to throw at Toadette, the Nazi sympathizer girl with a piece of shit on her head. That's a good name. We'll call her that from now on.
Something new.
We'll call her that now because it's a fun name. It's a mouthful, but it's fun. I thought Toad, the guy with a piece of shit on his head with a mouthful. Oh boy, wait till you see Toadette, the Nazi sympathizer girl with a piece of shit on her head. Oh boy! Oh boy! That was my Mickey Mouse. That was my Mickey Mouse impression. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I think it was pretty good. Although you know, the voice that you hear in my head, in your head, actually is not what other people hear. So I don't actually know how it sounded like in your perspective. So you know, if it was close to Mickey Mouse, that's pretty good. Going back to the race now, we are in first place going into the last little bit of the third lap. I'm in first place, but not by much, ladies and gentlemen. We got Toadette, the Nazi sympathizer girl with a piece of shit on her head, who's right behind me. And it's great. But, as recent events have been showing, I do win this second race. New straw poll has been posted in the chat.
I don't know. Two of them, no. I think
Like
so number
Swedish
one
people,
isn't
the
true,
truth
number
doesn't
two
mean-
isn't true.
Dar likes Swedish girls, therefore he likes Swedish people. Ooh,
That doesn't
Dar
mean
likes
anything.
chips more than Chris. Mob is going to castrate me.
Mob is
Yep.
gonna
Yeah, I think we
castrate
all
you.
know that's gonna happen.
Mob, can you confirm that you're going to castrate him?
I
He's
Mob
gave
isn't
him the
even here.
link.
Mob went to
I gave
fucking
him
bed.
the link.
Mob went to bed? Oh. I didn't
He
even know
left
that.
me because he's Swedish and boring.
Well, that, that got hostile.
He admits it, and we're still recording.
We are! He's recording himself!
Oh,
Yeah.
this is fun. So we're starting off the third race here at the Twisted Manor, not the
You
Haunted
realize
Manor. That would have been a
it's 4
cool
o'clock in the
name.
morning for me. My brain isn't working.
Oh,
So we have Donkey Kong, a piece of shit, who managed to pass me. So thanks, Donkey Kong. Love you, bro.
so
Moving
much
now-
better than that shitty party.
So, yeah. So we have Donkey Kong the piece of shit. We're not gonna call him anything else because that would ruin his name. Donkey Kong the piece of shit is a truly iconic character in the Mario Kart universe, and we wouldn't want to damage the image of Donkey Kong the piece of shit. Or at least put it any worse than it already is, because as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, Donkey is
A piece of shit.
a piece of shit. So, I'm getting bombarded with items here going at the very end of the first lap, but thankfully it's only the first lap. I got hit by my very favorite item in the entire game. Boy, am I glad it's in here, the lightning. The lightning just affected everyone. But I was graced by God with the wonderful item that we know called the triple red shell. So now that's brought me all the way back up to first place, where I am 1v1 with Mario. Mario doesn't have a name yet, but you know, if his reputation of him being a fucking jackass continues.
Who voted for the truth hurts?
Well, you know, we'll have to see. Believe it or not, according to Game Theory and Matthew Patrick 13, or as his that's his original channel name, or as his channel is now called, The Game Theorists. Did you know that Mario is actually he's a communist? So that's fun. Well, so we may call him. We might call him Mario Master of the Motherland. That sounds like a pretty good name, guys. You want to call Mario the Master of the Motherland?
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, so we're going into the third lap now of this race, and Mario Master of the Motherland, Toadette, the Nazi sympathizer girl with a piece of shit on her head, and Donkey Kong the piece of shit are all right behind me. I've made a poorly timed turn, and now am it's a pretty close race between me and Mario Master of the Motherland. We'll have to see here, though. I get a green shell, and I'm able to fend myself from Mario Master of the Motherland's bullshit. And for the first time in forever, I win the third race. So now we are going into the unexplored territory of, the fourth race. So looking at the standings right now, as they stand, we have me, Yoshi, in first place. Toadette, not sympathizer girl with a piece of shit on her head, in second place. Mario, Master of the Motherland, at fourth. Donkey Kong, the piece of shit, at 4. Daisy at 5, and Toad, the guy with a piece of shit on his head. With a turtle on his head, pardon me. In 6th. That's the only standings you care about. So that's fun. We'll have to see what's going on here. That's a pretty good drawing. I like that. It's pretty fun.
What is that?
I had no idea I found
So now we're in race 4 of the Flower Cup, which is Shy Guy Falls, which is a pretty fun race. It's visually very appealing, but the turns on this can honestly be pretty difficult. So we'll have to see how I can handle that with opponents such as Mario, Master of the Motherland, in this game. Mario, Master of the Motherland actually coincidentally goes in front of me, but I have a green shell which thankfully misses him, which is always fun. And I drive off the course and get hit by a green shell and then a red shell. So far, a really great start for Mario Master of the Motherland, as I'm shitting the bed on this one. But this is only the first lap. It's only the first lap, so you know a lot of things can change. And I'm in 4th place now, though a red shell came and hit Daisy, not me. I thought it was gonna hit me, which is why I mentioned it. But anyways, now we're in 4th place, and we have Toadette the Nazi sympathizer with a girl piece on her shit on her head. Her name is slowly breaking down into a bunch of gibberish, but at this point you understand what I'm saying, because you've been here with me so long. So, looks like we have Lakitu. Lakitu, the guy who should really honestly be trying to help me when I run out of the race, but you know, he decides he wants to take some time from helping people race by racing himself. What a selfish bastard. Anyways, here comes a blue shell to come and hit Mario Master of the Motherland, and thankfully I take this time to make a very awesome turn into the wall. It appears as if today my drifting is just on point. With if my goal is to go into the wall, which thankfully it is. My controller, the straw poll. Let's see what happened here. I'm not sure what's going on here anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh. Well, good news, guys. It appears as if the controller on my Wii U thing, the battery actually died. So,
Oh my god!
but thankfully, after 3 seconds of the game not recognizing the controller, it stops.
Does that count as crashes?
GG.
No. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But it's telling me to say on the controller I want to use, which I thankfully just did. So, you know, we're halfway through the 2nd lap, and I'm in 5th place. So, you know, could be a lot worse, but I just got hit by a red shell. So I'm slowly trying to find a rope in which I can hang myself with.
And he's submissive because he's Swedish.
Okay.
But I got the lucky 8, the magic 8, and now I'm right back into the mix in 4th place. This is the 3rd lap, ladies and gentlemen. So
I wonder who voted for 4
some
and 5.
fucking magic is going to have to happen if I want to win.
Dark
Voted for what?
did that himself.
And lightning, I love lightning, and I just got hit by one. So you know that really makes me happy. That really gets my dick hard.
Oh, nice. Send us a picture.
Please, no
He's
pics.
15.
No pics.
Ooh.
Thankfully, though, I get a very well-timed. Oh my god.
Frost is 15?
Yeah, I'm 15. Jesus, man, that's.
Shit,
I'm in 2nd place, but I get a very well-timed red shell, and am now able to pass Toadette the Nazi sympathizer girl with the. And, ladies and gentlemen, the words that you've been dying to hear, I actually won!
Woo!
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen! The unthinkable has happened! In a story of love, loss, and Donkey Kong the piece of shit, I win.
And there's toads with the shits on their heads.
And yeah, that too. So now we're going to be going into a new cup. So you thought the adventure was over, ladies and gentlemen. The adventure's never over. Before we do that, I have Minecraft open. I didn't even know I had Minecraft open, so.
You always have Minecraft open. Minecraft is love. Minecraft is life.
But that's good news. So we're going back to the LOM server for a quick break before we continue. My hands are now shaking.
Who's vacuuming? Who's vacuuming?
I think that's
Four.
What the hell?
Oh wait, you're all Americans. Never mind. I thought someone was vacuuming at 4 in the morning.
I mean, it's
I think
11
it's your
here.
computer.
So we're going around the Barrens right now, just kind of bouncing around. Looks like I have a there's like a Pokemon Center or something. That's really cool.
I'm stopping when they're recording there.
Yeah, you
I
guys can
forget
stop
how
the
to do it.
recording.